As we were walking through to go to that vote, chatting as we went, there's a lot of commotion. I looked around, police had their guns raised, actually pointing in the direction of the attacker, and we heard 3 shots, I think, perhaps 4, ring out, bam, bam, bam. And immediately you know you're in a situation which is not just, a protester's climbed over the fence or something like that. A police officer appeared immediately, drop to the ground, get to the ground, get to the ground, get back, get back, get back, find a secure path, and we on our hands and knees, actually worked our way back to a place where we could go further into the Commons itself. And at that point, I also realised that the vote was still ongoing, but now colleagues were stopped in their tracks from getting to the Commons chamber. And I went straight to the Commons chamber and spoke to the Deputy Speaker, Lindsay Hoyle, to tell him that he needed to stop the vote and probably suspend the House because there'd been a serious attack outside.
What did you think was happening? Did you think this was a full-scale attack on the Palace of Westminster while you were lying on the ground, told to get down? I mean, what were you thinking?
Well, as with all these things, when you're actually in the moment, you're trying to sort of work out what's going on, how serious it is, trying to, get out of the way as fast as possible. As it happens, as a minister, I went to Mogadishu and I had security training for that event. Never used it in Mogadishu. It was all fine whilst I was there. I never thought I'd first get to experience and use that in Westminster, but it did give me a sense of what you want to do is get out of the way as fast as possible. Obviously you've no idea whether there's going to be a follow-up or there are other people involved or what have you. That, though, I have to say, the one thing was there was no panic, there was no great commotion. People moved calmly, got into the chamber. Other groups were held elsewhere. I was with a whole bunch in the chamber, probably 400 of us, I would guess, for about a 5-hour period after that. It was the Commons at its best, with people trying to help each other out. But I do just want to say that this police officer, Keith Palmer, who we all knew from the entrance gate and will have said good morning to or whatever, thoughts go out to him and to the 3 other members of the public who were murdered in this completely pointless, totally pointless attack today.
And after those attacks, there were attempts actually to resuscitate both the attacker and Keith Palmer, and indeed it was your colleague Tobias Ellwood who was making the efforts to resuscitate Keith Palmer. Yeah,
absolutely. He was a fellow Foreign Office minister of mine, and somebody who has experienced terrorism in his family before, with his brother killed in an attack. And he went straight to the scene and as the pictures showed, tried to bring that police officer back. But I mean, it's just an extraordinary day in Parliament. I think the absolute key is, as the Prime Minister said, tomorrow we will sit again, and the pointlessness of attack like this, I think, will be crystal clear. It doesn't change this 1,000-year-old mother of all parliaments behind us to have another attack. It's happened before, I guess nearly 40 years ago now, with Airy Neve, almost in the same location, just underneath that location, actually in the car park on that occasion. It won't change our desire to have a parliament that the public can access, that our constituents can come and see us in, and actually represents the best of the world's democracy.
Grant Shapps, thank you very much. Thanks for your words.
Thank you
very much.